Welcome to the Kindergarten through Grade 12 Summative ELPAC Remote Test Administration Speaking Demonstration video, sponsored by the California Department of Education. Remote administration of the English Language Proficiency Assessments for California, or ELPAC, involves slight differences from an in-person test administration. This video demonstrates those elements of a remote administration of the Summative ELPAC speaking domain for a student in kindergarten and a student in grade span 6 through 8. By the end of this tutorial, you will understand how speaking test items are delivered in a remote administration. It is recommended that you view this video with the following documents: the Kindergarten Summative ELPAC Remote Directions for Administration, or DFA, the Grades 3 through 12 Summative ELPAC Remote Testing Addendum, and the Grade Span 6 through 8 Summative ELPAC DFA. This video only partially demonstrates each task type. Training administration and scoring videos that fully demonstrate each speaking task type are located on the Moodle training site. For the purposes of this video, we will be using the ELPAC practice test. Remote K-12 speaking administration requires use of the Test Administrator interface, the web-based student testing interface, and a video conferencing platform like Zoom or Google Classroom. The test examiner will display the test through that non-secure video conferencing platform. For this tutorial, the test examiner will be using Zoom. You may use one or two devices for this administration. If using two devices, Zoom and the student testing interface can be open on one, and the test administrator interface open on the other. We will be demonstrating the test administration with one device in this tutorial. It is our recommendation that the test examiner use the paper score sheet that is provided in the DFA to record speaking scores for data entry after the administration. To begin a remote administration, test examiners will follow steps similar to those they would use if they were administering the assessment in person. Test examiners must first log on to the Test Administrator interface from the ELPAC website to create a test session ID. For a remote administration of the Summative ELPAC speaking test, test examiners must select the Remote Hybrid Test setting when creating a test session. This is the only way to create a test session ID and URL link to open the web-based student testing interface. It is important for the student to know where the test examiner is pointing on the computer screen. We recommend making your mouse pointer large and yellow prior to testing. Here is an example of a test examiner logging in and beginning a test session with a kindergarten student. It is important to note that parents can help their students log on and make sure their device is functioning properly. However, the parent may not assist the student with any test question. LEAs can decide how they want to communicate that information to parents.
Hi, Christopher and Mrs. Martinez.
Oh, you don't need those yet. Hi.
Hi.
I can't see you yet. Can you start your video? You see the stop video at the bottom? There we go. I can see you now. Hi.
Hi.
Thanks for logging on, you guys. It's so good to see you.
You too.
I can hear you, so that's good. I was going to make sure. But Mom, can you just help us check the volume? Make sure Christopher's volume is turned up all the way on the computer.
Yes.
Okay, great. And Christopher, let's make sure I can hear you. Tell me your full name.
Christopher Joseph Rolo.
All right, I can hear you. Okay, let me tell you about what's going to happen today. Christopher, you're going to take a test. Now, some parts of this test might feel really easy, and some parts might feel a little hard, and that's okay. You're just going to do your best, even if it feels hard, okay? Now, Mom can't help you at all. In fact, she can't look at the computer. She's gonna be in the next room. And when we're done, we'll call her to come back, okay? So if there's anything you need during this test, if you need to go to the bathroom, if you want to stand up, if you have a question, you just ask me. Okay?
Yes.
Do either of you have any questions?
No.
No.
Okay, then Chris, I want you to plug in your headphones and put them on, and you're going to say goodbye to Mom.
Bye.
Okay, good luck. Please view the Summative ELPAC starting a one-on-one remote test session video for a demonstration of logging in and completing the audio and sound checks in the web-based student testing interface.
Make my screen really big so you can see it all. Okay. Look at the picture. I'm going to ask you some questions about it. What is the teacher doing?
He's showing shapes to the class.
What are these?
They are baskets with little squares posted on them.
What is the class learning about?
They're learning about counting the amount there are in math.
How do you know?
Because there's the girl with the whiteboard, and she drew 2 triangles, and then 2 triangles equals 2.
Let's keep going. Now, I'm going to ask for your opinion. Your class has the choice of 2 foods to eat for snack. What do you choose for your class to eat? Crackers or grapes?
Grapes.
Why do you think grapes are better?
Because they are healthy and they don't have anything bad for you in them. Are we going on to the next one?
When you reach a stopping marker indicated in the DFA, the stopping marker screen will appear. If there have been no responses or no correct responses up to that point, the test examiner may end the test. If the student has responded correctly to any questions up to that point, continue the test by selecting Next.
Christopher, look at the pictures. I am going to tell you a story about the pictures. Listen carefully. You will hear the story only once. And when I'm finished, you will use the pictures to tell the story back to me. Carlos got his first homework assignment today. He can't wait to take his homework folder home. When Carlos gets home, he tells his dad about his homework.
Test examiners should not use headphones while remotely administering the ELPAC speaking test. Let's turn our attention now to a remote administration with a grade 8 student being administered the ELPAC speaking test. This demonstration includes only a portion of the test items and will focus on present and discuss information and summarize an academic presentation.
Hi, Tomas. Nice to see you.
Hi, Miss Dendolk.
Okay, Tomas, before we begin, go ahead and put your headphones on and plug them in. Great. Okay,
All right.
we're going to check and make sure you can hear the audio.
When sharing your screen, be sure to select Include Computer Audio. This will ensure that students can hear the stimuli played for certain test questions.
You ready?
Yep.
Okay, Tomas, do you have any questions?
No.
Okay. Remember to answer all the questions in English. And if you want me to repeat a question, you can ask me to. Look at the picture. I'm going to ask you some questions about it. What is the boy doing?
The boy is taking a picture of the girl with an award.
So now we're going to do a different type of question. I'm going to ask you to look at a pie chart. Look at the pie chart. Students at school were asked how they travel to school in the morning. The pie chart shows the percentages of different transportation methods used by the students. Take some time to read the pie chart to yourself. Let me know when you are ready for me to ask you a question.
Okay. All right, I'm ready.
What does the pie chart show about how students travel to school? Include details from the pie chart in your answer.
The pie chart shows that most of the kids take the bus to school, and the other kids walk, bike, and have someone drive them to school.
Look at the pie chart again. Is the following claim supported or not supported based on the information in the pie chart? Claim: more students walk to school than ride a bike. Give details from the pie chart to support your answer.
The claim is not supported because 13% of the people bike to school and only 8% of the people walk to school.
We have one more to do. In this part of the test, you will listen to a recorded presentation. I cannot pause the presentation once it begins. You are going to listen to some information about the process of conductivity. You will hear the information only once. There are pictures on the screen that go along with the information. You may take notes as you listen. When the presentation ends, you will summarize the information you heard. You will explain conductivity, include all the steps in the demonstration, and use relevant details and clear language.
Have you ever wondered why electric plugs always have metal prongs, but the cords are covered in rubber or plastic? Conductivity is an important idea in electrical engineering.
So now, Tomas, you will summarize the information you heard. Be sure to explain conductivity, include all the steps in the demonstration, and use relevant details and clear language.
So conductivity is the way energy goes through different objects.
Tomas, great job. This is the end of the speaking test. Thank you for your attention and hard work.
After testing, the test examiner will direct the student to rip up their scratch paper. Students should do this while in the video conferencing call with the test examiner. After testing, the test examiner must enter the student's scores into the data entry interface if they recorded scores on the student score sheet during testing. Test examiners access the DEI on the ELPAC website. The length of time it will take students to complete the ELPAC will vary by student. For K2 students, test examiners may consider breaking up the test administration by domains over multiple test sessions. Expiration rules for ELPAC domains are located in the front matter of the Directions for Administration, or DFA. Guidelines concerning prompting, repeating test questions, and scoring are the same whether the student is being administered the ELPAC remotely or in person. Refer to training materials located in the Moodle training site for the guidelines. Thank you for watching this K-12 Summative ELPAC Remote Test Administration Speaking Demonstration video. For more information, please visit the ELPAC website at elpac.org.